she made a mistake. She's acknowledged it. I do think that the way it's been ginned up is in part because of politics, and I think she'd be the first to acknowledge that maybe she could have handled the original decision better and the disclosures more quickly.
So that from 60 Minutes, Steve Kroft, President Obama, saying that Hillary Clinton's use of a personal email server was a mistake. Also saying what you heard about national security. What about that, though? Katie Pavlich, news editor, townhall.com, and a Fox News contributor, and David Goodfriend, former Deputy Staff Secretary to President Bill Clinton. Good day to both of you. Katie,
good morning.
He says no national security issue. How do we know? There's an active investigation. The FBI's on this matter. How do we know? How can you say that?
Well, the president doesn't know, and I think that the president is trying to mitigate the issue of this coming down hard on the Democratic Party when it comes to Hillary Clinton's email use. Now, President Obama keeps saying that Hillary Clinton made a mistake when all accounts point to her maybe doing something illegal. And I appreciated Steve Kroft asking the question about why President Obama's administration has been so quick to prosecute others for the mishandling of classified information, while Hillary Clinton is kind of getting a pass in terms of President Obama's rhetoric. President Obama's administration has prosecuted more people under the Espionage Act for either mishandling classified information or leaking classified information to the press than any other administration in history. And yet, based on what President Obama said in this interview, he seems to be allowing Hillary Clinton get off without consequences simply because she acknowledges that she made a mistake.
Reference David Petraeus on that. David, maybe he's right. Maybe there was no national security matter at risk here. But how do we know? The investigation's not even done.
Well, the FBI does not answer directly to the president, and I'm sure they're proceeding with an investigation as they would any similar circumstance. The president does have, however, access to classified briefings that we don't, and I'm sure was briefed in advance of that interview, and the question came up among his advisors and himself, what can we say about this? So you can bet that that answer the president gave was thoroughly vetted with the national security community, with the law enforcement community that advises the president and the White House. Now,
he didn't say that, though. I mean, had he qualified his answer by saying, "I am told by members of the NSA."
Look,
you've got hacking attempts from China,
ridiculous.
South Korea, and Germany, and that's just what we've been told so far.
Okay, so listen, let's take the lens back here and look at what the president said, because I think the vast majority of Democrats would agree with this. Hillary Clinton made a mistake. Hillary Clinton did not come out quickly enough with information, and this has been ginned up in a really political way. So let me finish. Over the weekend, an Air Force reservist was attacked by the chairman of the Benghazi committee for simply saying that he thought it was becoming too political. He's being attacked after we had a candidate for the...
He said,
no,
I can tell
he's
you...
being attacked.
Please, I can tell you that this is not a situation in which America's national security was in danger. Katie, that is what he said.
That is what the president said. We do know that foreign governments and other bad actors tried and attempted to hack into Hillary Clinton's private server, which is why we're not supposed to use private servers for classified information. There's a reason why not everyone has access to that information. And when it comes to Hillary Clinton herself, and the president giving her the excuse of she needs to come forward with information, it's not that Hillary Clinton hasn't come forward with information. That's one issue. It's that she's lied and changed her story when it comes to what she had on her server and when.
Hang on, guys.
Because I can tell you why she lied.
Let me just
tell me.
Just take the comments in the defense last night that we heard. David, what did you... It didn't sound to me like a full-throated defense of Hillary Clinton. It was more or less milquetoast, like, you know what, let the American people decide.
Sure, because the president is reflecting the views of myself and a lot of other Democrats. She made a mistake. She should have come out earlier with it. And now that we see an Air Force reservist attacked and a candidate for speaker withdraw over his honest remarks that this was simply a political exercise by the Benghazi committee, we see it for what it is. So he's not, I mean, look, just a little unsolicited advice for Trey Gowdy. If he had come forward with his Democratic ranking member, Elijah Cummings, and said, the two of us are doing this in a bipartisan way. The two of us are agreeing to every step.
Gowdy came out pretty strong. The last point on this is this. What the president said, what I think is important for her to answer these questions, the satisfaction of the American public, and they can make their own judgment. I heard that.
Right.
I thought milquetoast, Katie.
Milquetoast, and look, the bottom line is Hillary Clinton is under FBI investigation. She said at the UN earlier this year she did not have classified information, not one single document on her server. We now there are 400 classified documents on that server, and we now know that a good significant portion of the American public, when they ask in polling, they think that Hillary Clinton is in fact a liar, and so that is the situation that they're dealing with.
We will see tomorrow night how she answers this. Katie Pavlich, thank you. David Goodfriend as well. Thank you both for coming in today. Appreciate it.